So today I want to talk to you about how to correctly fill out a timesheet. The first thing you need to do is make sure that your name is correct up here. The second thing you want to be doing is making sure that your service address is correct here. You don't want to have any changes. It's really important that the timesheet is an accurate record of attendance in the appropriate service address, which has been approved by Ignite Minds. Thirdly, you want to make sure that you record the week beginning date. That's this date here. All weeks begin on a Monday and they end on a Sunday. That's just how the department does their billing. So for argument's sake, let's say this is the week beginning Monday the 2nd of July 2018. Okay, now the day of attendance is also Monday. So let's say it's the 2nd of the 7th, 2018. Now it's really important to look at this day of attendance here because you'll notice this timesheet is actually for a whole day. So we're going to fill out two separate attendances. So if you look here for James Brown, we've also got his start time is 7 a.m. and his finished booked time is 9 a.m. So he's a school child. So Bill Brown, Dad, is going to drop the child off, and he drops off at 7 a.m. He's right on time, and so he does his signature, and then the educator, which happens to be me, Ujval up here, is going to take the child to school. So I drop the child at school at 8:45, and then I do my signature there. So because James Brown has gone to school, he's also coming back, and you'll see down here. So you'll notice James gets picked up from school at around 3:15, and I, being the educator, are going to sign him back into my service, and then Bill Brown will come and collect the child from my service at around 6 p.m. Yeah. And Bill signs him out there. So you'll see there's two entries for James. Entry number 1 when James came in the morning, and entry number 2 when James was signed out at the end of the day. Now this represents an accurate record of attendance in my venue because James came in the morning and left to go to school. He then came back in the afternoon and then left at the end of the day when he got picked up by his father Bill. So the different type of charge you'll see is like what we've got here with Angus McInnestree. Angus, his booked hours is 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. So Sarah Moore is Angus's mother, and Angus arrives at 8:15 a.m. and Sarah signs him in, and then is picked up at 6 o'clock. And Sarah signs him out again. So pretty straightforward. You can see he's in. Now let's do the next child down here. Let's do Sam Hilson. So Sam Hilson is signed in by his mother Eve Hilson. Yeah, and he's signed in at 8 a.m. And that's Eve's signature there. But Eve comes a bit late, so Eve comes at 6:15 p.m. and signs out again. So what do we do here? We've got his booked hours is from 8 until 6, but he's overstayed here by 15 minutes. So what we need to do, if we want the office to charge an extra 15 minutes late fees, you would need to put that in here, 15 minutes, and you need to get Eve Hilson to sign or initial that, so just so that we know in the office that there's going to be no argument, because Eve is going to come back and say, how come I've been charged more? And we can say, well, look, you were 15 minutes late, and the educators had that discussion with you, and you've initialed it to say that you're aware that there's some late fees that are applying. Alternatively, and we understand that many educators don't like charging late fees, so if you don't want to charge late fees, just do a dash, and we'll know that it's you're not charging late fees. It's still really important that the actual arrival time and the actual pickup time is correct, because this is a valid record for insurance and all sorts of other reasons why you have to make sure that they are the actual arrival and departure times. But when it comes to billing, we will always bill by the booked hours plus any late fees as initialed down here. Okay, so you fill this out for every child, and this is just for the day of attendance, which is Monday the 2nd of July 2018. So if you're happy that this is all correct, make sure you tick your declarations down the bottom and you sign that and you date it. So the week ending or the date would be your last day of service, but for me it's going to be the 7th of the 7th, which is the Friday 2018. So the same process is repeated for Tuesday. And now let's just have a quick look at what that would look like. So here, let's say it's still Monday, and the week beginning date is still going to be the 2nd of July 2018. But the day of attendance is going to be Tuesday the 3rd of July 2018. And it's really important that we do this. It just gives us a double record. We know that it's the week beginning this date, but we also know that the actual date is there. And then you would fill out this as per the previous example. Make sure you tick your declarations and you sign it, and then we're all good to go.